Okay, sorry guys. I don't know what happened. This happened to me last week, and I was hoping it wouldn't happen to me this week, but I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't happen again with my computer shutting off like this, but I gotta figure out what that is. But yeah, that was basically what I wanted to talk about, was really just about this Broncos game that was just an absolute slugfest. Wasn't anything really impressive or really to write home about, so but I digress with that kind of statement, but definitely a lot of work for both teams at this point in the season. So, I mean, do I think the Broncos will find ways to win more games and potentially be a Super Bowl contender? I don't know about a Super Bowl contender, but they could definitely be in a playoff contention if worst case scenario, if other teams don't really play that very well. But there's just a lot of questions about this Broncos team that I don't know if I completely really trust all together yet. So there's a lot of work that really needs to get done before I can safely say that this is a team that can go the distance and can do well in. So that's just something to really keep in mind of as well. And sorry, this thing was on because I wanted to see how many more people were on. So I don't know why my volume of my phone was on, but regardless, yeah, a lot of things to really work up on there. All right, last game, Monday Night Madness. I gonna be totally honest with you guys. I really didn't watch much of this game. Really last night, and a lot of the reason why I really didn't watch much of this game was just because I was just really tired. I was coming home from work. I work really long, long day, pretty much all day. So it's hard for me to go back and sit down and really, be able to watch like a full game like this on a weeknight. So, but what the game that I did was able to see was kind of something that I was expecting from this kind of a team. Both teams really was more of a slugfest on both offense and defense, where defense was really, really being the vocal point of the whole game, and that's really exactly what it was. So, guys, let's just be honest here right now. This both teams, let's face it right now, they're not like elite teams. They're good enough teams that can get you some wins, and I'm saying that as a Giants fan. I know I'm saying it as a Giants fan because I'm a Giants fan, but really, what it is, though, guys, is that the reason why the Giants are 2-0 right now is because of Brian Dable and what he's been able to bring to the table for this team. Daniel Jones is not playing like the Daniel Jones that he once did three years in a row. He looks like a different Daniel Jones who doesn't really make a lot of mistakes for you, and he's playing conservative football, and he's also giving himself a chance to put himself in situations where he could potentially win games for you. He doesn't play the kind of stupid football where he throws interceptions left and right, where he fumbles all the time. And that's what the difference maker is really for him is coaching. And Brian Dable's able to do that. So I give him credit for what he's done with Daniel Jones. And for most of the game, and based off of highlights I watched for this game, I got to say that Daniel Jones really has not been playing all that bad of football. He really hasn't been playing all that bad of football. And even with the Cowboys too, they don't look exactly like a real team that looks like they could make the playoffs, or looking like a legit team that's going to take you to a Super Bowl. But what something I can admire for this team, guys, for this Cowboys team, is really because of Cooper Rush. Guys, Cooper Rush is not an NFL starting quarterback for a long term time. He's really not. But what he was able to do is he's a serviceable quarterback. He's a reliable backup for you in case you can't get anybody else, or if Dak gets hurt for the 1 millionth time. He's already been hurt quite a few times within the last few years. So, with all that being said, Cooper Rush, he may not get you to the promised land, but he's going to win you some games. He can win you some games. That's been seen before. We've seen him beat the Vikings last year, where no one expected them to beat the Vikings in any shape or form. Have not expected that. And we didn't expect them to do it again against the Bengals and Joe Burrow when they were not playing very good football. And not that it was really a shocker that they did it against the Giants, but there's a lot to be admired there for Cooper Rush's play, but also their defense. Their defense, this pass rush of Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, guys, this defense is scary. This team is absolutely scary. Like, very scary that I would be so scared to play them right now. Play against this team. I'd be really scared to play this defensive team. I wouldn't want to face this pass rush. And I wouldn't want to face Trayvon Diggs. So, a lot of good things right here. A lot of good things about this game that went down. So, I give credit to both teams. Both teams, I thought, played pretty well for the most part on defense. I think their defense really stood out the most. Both quarterbacks played well, but the one quarterback that won deserved the win and got them to where they needed to be at the end of the day. So, and I also like to say, I just want to give credit out too. I like seeing that Tony Pollard finally got to show up Zeke Elliott. I think it's time to move on from Zeke Elliott. I think it's time to really move on from Zeke. Not that the Cowboys or Jerry Jones wants to do that, but they're not going to. And that's how I kind of look at it. So, I don't know, give credit to both teams. I thought both teams played well. Both coaches were able to make up the best that they possibly could. And I give credit to Mike McCarthy. I know a lot of people, and I'm not big on Mike McCarthy either. I don't love everything he does or says. Didn't like him, really as the coach for Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers over the years. I mean, I don't think he's the elite coach. He's not the long-term answer. I think if you want this team to go to the Super Bowl, you got to find more available coaches that can probably take you to the promised land. Give Mike McCarthy credit, though. I think where he has had some success, he deserves credit for. I think with using Cooper Rush as a backup is something that's solid. And I think that he deserves some credit for being able to scrap up with what he does have left to work with. So, with all that being said, that actually concludes my week 3 recap reactions video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, guys. I know there was so much going on, so much good football that happened this weekend. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please, before you guys go, I know it's a long night. I was on for over 2 hours. I apologize. I tried to shorten them up as much as I can. But I get so excited about talking football with you guys. I get so excited about talking football. I want to be able to talk about it with you guys, though. But I want you guys to really please drop a like on this video. Please leave a comment down below. And please help me out. I want your help. I want you guys to be tuning in every Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So that way I can talk football. I can talk football with you guys. So please do those two things. Also, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell for more JP Football Fanatics notifications. So, with all that being said, this is your boys James saying peace out, everybody, and we will see you all next time, which will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for my Week 4 weekly picks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight, and I hope you all have a blessed